moving on. So Sony, former CEO of Sony, Shuhei Yoshida, he's been having a lot of quotes. Been having a lot of quotes. He recently went on the Sacred Symbols podcast, and he was letting everything go, man. He was letting a lot of gems go about how his time at Sony went and how it ended. So this particular article says that um during his like the end of his tenure at Sony, his choice was to lead indie games or leave PlayStation. Lead indie games or leave PlayStation. Let's read this article. When Shohei Yoshida stepped down as president of SIE Worldwide Studios to lead indie games in 2019, it wasn't something he outright chose to do. In fact, Yoshida had only two options: to go lead the new initiative with indies or leave PlayStation altogether. In a new interview with VentureBeat, Yoshida said that despite only having the one option, it was something he was still excited to do. Moving from first parties to indies, well, I had no choice, Yoshida said. So when Jim Ryan asked me to do the indie job, the choice was to do that or leave the company. Jim Ryan, man, I'll tell you about him. Definitely was not the best. Definitely was not the best at his role. And it's funny because again, we talk about white people. Another white man made the Japanese man step down. That's just crazy. A white man made the Japanese man step down from Sony. And told him, hey man, you do these indie games or you gotta leave, bro. Like that's just insane. That's just insane. He continues, but I felt very strongly about the state of PlayStation and indies. I really wanted to do this. So that is good. At least he wanted to do it, but it still sucked that he had only those choices, right? I believe I could do something unique for that purpose. Yoshida said that moving from first party games to indies was a bigger challenge for him than ultimately leaving the company after 31 years. That's the thing. 31 years. 31 years. It's not on. Is this on? Okay. All right. He said that he feels lucky that the indie community felt like he could help their growth on PlayStation. I became an advisor for some of these companies. Somebody sub. I don't know why it's not popping up. Let me pull it up. I don't know why I didn't. We'll just pull it up anyway. We'll ground control. Hey, shout out to Swagger. Shout out to Swagger with the 4 months. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right. So to continue this, became an advisor for some of these companies. I'm continuing to work with some of the indie publishers and developers I respect. The transition out of Sony to become an independent advisor is less of a change than moving out of first party. Following up on that statement, Yoshida said that he will continue to work with indie despite no longer being with PlayStation. He says that he loves working with younger, talented developers who come up with amazing games every year. Every year when you come to one of these events, a couple of nominees for Game of the Year are indies, which is true. They're bringing something exciting to the industry. It's a lot of fun. That's my dream job, to be able to help them. So this was one of the things he said. I'm trying to think of another thing he said. I know that they were talking about. I saw another quote that was talked about with Sony's decision to put their first party games on PC, and in a roundabout way, I think the article that I saw said that putting their Sony games on PC was like printing money, which it wasn't an exact quote, but I mean, I've been saying this for years. Like, there have been some dedicated PC folks who have not purchased any consoles. They only have a PC, or they may have another console, just one, the Switch and Xbox, which you really don't need to get. So, or PlayStation, but some of them just don't have either. They don't have anything. So people have been buying these games on PC. God of War was a huge success. Spider-Man did numbers. Horizon did decently. So all these first party games out there on PC, people have literally Last of Us. People have waited on these games for a very, very long time. A very long time. And when they finally arrived on PC, people bought them. They act like they were new games. People bought them. People enjoyed them. So people will wait. I'm not necessarily going to wait. I've never waited. I have a PS5 right here, so I'm good. But the thing that I do hope ends up happening, which we're slowly seeing it. We're slowly seeing it. Sony's a little slow to get to the bat, but we are slowly seeing those simultaneous releases. I don't know if it's going to be that way in the next couple of years, especially with their heavy hitters, but at least for some of these third party exclusives, we're going to see these more simultaneous releases on PC and Sony. So that's good, prayers up. So when that happens, like when that becomes like an overall thing and Sony finally catches up to what now Microsoft is doing with Xbox, then I'm not going to get the PS6 or whatever else that they come out with. I'm not going to get a console ever again. Xbox, I haven't had an Xbox since Xbox 360. I haven't had the need to, and now they're doubling, tripling down. They're putting a lot of their exclusives on PlayStation as well. So, it's done. We're eventually going to be fully out of this console war mess outside of Nintendo. Nintendo's probably going to be the only one that's probably never going to put their games on PC. They're going to stick within their ecosystem and that's it. But Sony's going to adopt slowly. Microsoft has already adopted and they're saying, no, we're just going to be a software business right now in the subscription business. So they're doing it. They're all in right now. What up, Psych? What up, Psych? So we'll see, man. We'll see. But that it's very interesting on what's happening to Shuhei Yoshida. All right, more news. What up, Magus? Elon Musk. I feel like he's like the new, outside of Grums, he's like the new incel lord, even though he has a million kids by multiple baby mothers. He wants to make a revolutionary video games, plural, using AI. I need to use the point. I got another spin. Oh man. Elon Musk recently expressed his intention to make video games great again. He's sipping the DEI Kool-Aid. He's been very, very vocal about his stance on video games lately. So it has been just a few weeks since Elon Musk admitted to cheating, which we already covered. He cheated on Path of Exile, said somebody was playing his account just to keep up. Now he intends to found an AI powered dev studio. This is going to spell a disaster. I'm gonna tell you right now. People already, still have their reservations on AI, but people really, really do not like video games that use AI. So, yeah, this is already going to be DOA, whatever comes from this. It's going to be a very long time until we see AI actually, develop a decent video game that you can't tell it's just using assets from somebody else. So we'll see. In a recent post, the Pro XAI profile invited users to email and to change jobs revolving around designing AI games first principle. Elon Musk was aired out. We already talked about that. That like Trump, Musk lacks originality and the attempted coining of the phrase "make video games great again." Billionaire tech titan made this comment in response to a post suggesting that he's fed up with woke politics and DEI destroying the games industry. Talking about destroying the games industry, but yet you want to make a game with AI. Okay, all right. So, anywho, so he said, join us to make revolutionary video games using AI. The potential for a dynamically generated video game using AI is incredible. I wonder. Many users commented on this post, hoping that the use of AI will be confined to back-end processes to better automate a human-led development ecosystem, but that's probably not the case. Yeah, I agree. And I don't think that's going to be the case here. Elon Musk is no stranger to cleaning house and stripping team down to the bare bones. So we'll see, man. I don't think whatever he's going to make is probably going to be crap. And I hope that people are very vocal about it, whatever comes from this. If he's dead serious, I hope that people are very vocal about it and tell him how shit that his games are. I hope they are. Have that same energy for all these other games that you say have DEI agendas in there. Have that same energy for these AI games. It'll be in crap. Like Ghost Pepper, that's Ghost Gamer. They don't play like us. All right, so that's that. This one was interesting here. New Xbox technology could help game preservation. We have been talking about game preservation a lot, especially since we've been seeing that at any point in time, games can be taken off of the servers. You won't be able to play them again, or whether the games are officially dead or a game began, like Concord, for example. and then they end up failing because people aren't playing the games, and then they're like, hey, all right, this date is our last day, we're going to just stop development and we're shutting everything down. So at any point in time, your favorite game can be taken off of your library. So a lot more people have been very dead set on getting physical copies of games, especially older games. And I'm hoping that game preservation does get looked at more by these companies, and that they don't shy away from it. I don't see any reason to shy away from game preservation, because at the end of the day, people are playing the games, right? Like, just let people play the game that they want to play. Let them have the access to these games, and don't let things, just because we're essentially renting because we're downloading these games from these various platforms, affect our ability to still access these games. Thereby say, but hey, I love collecting. Hey, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at nobody, man. Not mad at anybody for collecting. So let's read this article here. Microsoft and Xbox have announced a new generative AI technology. We're just talking about AI, but this might be a good use of AI, known as Muse, that could help with game preservation. In a lengthy blog post going over the new tech, Microsoft said that there is a belief that Muse could change how games are preserved and how players experience classic titles. Today, countless classic games tied to aging hardware are no longer playable by most people. Thanks to this breakthrough, we are exploring the potential for Muse to take older back catalog games from our studios and optimize them for any device. Okay, so that sounds promising, y'all. That sounds very promising. You're going to use this technology. You're going to get these back catalogs, these old back catalogs, and optimize them for any device. So that essentially means you won't have to, if you want to play an old Xbox game, like original Xbox game, you don't have to own that Xbox in order to play it. So we'll see. I mean, it sounds good. So let's continue reading here. Due to it still being early in its life cycle, no examples of how exactly the Muse technology can work with game preservation on Xbox were shared, but it seemed like Microsoft is gung-ho about the possibilities. And to be fair, Microsoft has already experimented with this. As someone mentioned in the chat before, like I remember when Black Ops was available to play on the Xbox Series X and S. People were excited about that. People did go back and play them, especially if they had multiplayer baked into it. So there is an audience that does want to go back and play these games. There's always going to be an audience that wants to go back and play these games. So like I said, Microsoft has already experimented with it. So I'm assuming this is just like adding on to what they've already done with putting some of their old catalog on their newer system for you to play. But now they're using AI to do it. They're using AI and they're actually calling it something. And maybe we'll see again, like the entire Xbox back catalog, from the original Xbox to 360 to Xbox One. They may all be playable on either the Xbox Series S, the X, or whatever the next generation of Xbox will be. So that's cool. He said if I could play the old X-Men Legend game, sometimes you question the longevity of these companies. Yeah, I do question that sometimes as well. So uh so yeah. So he said we believe this could radically change how we preserve and experience classic games in the future and make them accessible to more players. To imagine that beloved games lost in time and hardware advancement could one day be played on any screen with Xbox is an exciting possibility for us. So that's good. That's good. And if this ends up working out for Xbox, I hope that other developers, other publishers take notice and look at what technology that Microsoft is using and apply that to them as well. But again, while Xbox has a big catalog, there are other devs and publishers that have even bigger catalogs. Again, Nintendo, for example. So what up, Siggy? So I know Nintendo is a main one that they've been having a problem with game preservation for a very long time. And some of these older games, those cartridges cost dollars. They cost a lot. And some of them you literally cannot get unless you go on eBay or if you go to Japan itself and go to some of these video game stores and pick it up. But again, you're gonna be paying a pretty penny for a lot of these games if you want like the physical copy. So, and some of the games just aren't available at all. And again, that's the problem. Like some of the games just are not available. So Nintendo is notorious for having game preservation issues. So I hope that if this ends up working out with Xbox, I hope that Nintendo is like the next one in line and taking a look at this and be like, hey, maybe we could do something with this. What up, Silver? What up, Silver Joyce? What's popping? They have Blueprint Become Technology is how we integrate it. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see with that. All right. GTA PC. I don't know why anybody's excited about this, but GTA 5 on the PC is finally getting PS5 and Xbox Series X and S upgrades on March 4th. Does anybody in this chat play GTA 5 still? Anybody? Anybody? I don't know, man. I'm just waiting on GTA 6. I haven't played GTA 5 in forever. Forever, man. He said even the mom and pop shop, you buy old games expensive. Yeah. He said agree is exciting. I said, I think I saw Saving the Beat. Shout out to him. He was excited about it. I'm just like, I don't know, bro. Rockstar Games has announced that the previously promised upgrade for GTA 5 on PC will release on March 4th. The upgrade will bring the game on par with the features added to the PS5 and Xbox Series X/S versions of GTA 5. Available for free for all players on the PC, the upgrade will allow you to carry over your GTA Online and story mode progress without issue. That's cool. As far as with GTA 5, PC players will get a number of new features and even vehicles not previously available. I'm not gonna read all this. Y'all can read it if you want to, because I don't care about any of this stuff and it doesn't matter to me. In addition to new additions to vehicles and general features, there are also a number of technical enhancements for the GTA 5 PC upgrade. So you're going to get ray tracing features. You're going to get AMD features for FSR1, NVIDIA DLSS3, along with general support for higher resolutions, aspect ratios, and frame rates. Lastly, DualSense support with adaptive triggers is being added for the people who want to use a PS5 controller on a PC. I don't know if anybody's doing that, but hey, it's there for you, so fine. That's cool, I guess, for anybody still playing GTA 5 on PC and has been dying to get these features. There you go. He said word bully too. All right. And speaking of GameStop, man. Speaking of GameStop, the GameStop CEO is trying to sell some of their assets in France and Canada. Okay. They're trying to sell some of their assets in France and Canada. And very interesting. Very interesting. Man, Ryan Cohen, he has definitely has an agenda here. So as you can see, this tweet here, just Trump. Okay, all right. Moving on. Trump has now won 3 elections in a row. So he is a believer that Trump won the election with Biden. So he thinks it's rigged. He said he won 3 elections in a row. So there you go. Okay. All right. Delusional. He could not take a loss. It's cool to be a white guy again. He tweeted this on November 6th of 2024. It's cool to be a white guy again. So he was of the belief that under Biden, it wasn't cool to be white, but now that Trump won again, it's cool to be a white guy. Okay. All right. So we've seen what type of time that he is on, chat. Seeing what type of time that he is on. And finally, here is the tweet that got everyone upset. He said, email mna@gamestop.com if you're interested in buying GameStop Canada or Micromania France. High taxes, liberalism, socialism, progressivism, wokeness, and DEI included at no additional cost if you buy today. Yes, this is the GameStop CEO, Ryan Cohen. What is that doing for y'all, chat? What's that doing for y'all? Have we been to a GameStop lately? We talked about this before. As say you went to GameStop to do a pre-order. Have you gotten any DEI or wokeness with your pre-orders? I really want to know. Has there been any socialism with you buying a console? Huh? Did you get that added on? Did that cost an extra $5 to have some socialism included in your video game purchase? High taxes. Huh? Okay, high taxes. All right. Liberalism. You bought a game and it came and did they ask you, are you a Democrat or Republican? Hmm? Did you get asked that when you bought your video game? Hmm? I want to know. I truly want to know, man. Again, we are losing the plot, chat. We are losing the plot. Are we playing video games or are we doing politics? Because this is just gone way too far here. This is going way too far. You know, where I thought we were supposed to shut up and dribble. You know, we weren't supposed to talk about politics. I thought that people didn't like politics in their video games, but yet, especially all of 2024, all we have talked about is politics and gaming. All that we've talked about is politics and gaming. So apparently, if you shop at GameStop in Canada or France or maybe anywhere, you know, you getting a little bit of socialism, liberalism, progressiveness, wokeness, and DEI. Okay. GameStop continues to decline, sooner or later to go bankrupt. I'm still surprised that they have not gone bankrupt yet. They're on their way, man. They're on their way. They're super close, man. I'm just waiting. You're confused. What the fuck? I don't know. But apparently, according to the last tweet that he had, we know what type of time he's on. He's a big Trump lover. So you could only imagine. You could only imagine. Take a guess. Is that the other tweet that he put actually make perfect sense as to why this tweet? Because I saw this tweet and then I saw the other ones. I'm like, makes perfect sense. Make perfect sense. This tracks why you said this. Like, we truly do need to ban the word DEI. Like I said, y'all are running into the ground. I don't even know what DEI means. Like I said, DEI has taken on a new meaning, and it just means DEI just black people. It's just black people. You sprinkle a couple other minorities in there, but it's mainly just black people. They ask me for my pronouns. What are your pronouns? Glazing the hell out of Trump. Yeah, glazing is an understatement. Glazing is an understatement. So that's crazy, bro. So he literally wants to move his business out of Canada and France because he said they're too woke up there and France and then over there across the pond, man. It's crazy, dog. Just crazy. So yeah. If I didn't want to shop at GameStop and all, you know, I definitely don't want to shop there now. I'm not giving the dude a lick of my money. Hello? I ain't been to GameStop in years, and I'm definitely I don't think that there's not any reason that I can think of to shop at GameStop. Not one. I will go on Amazon. I will go to Best Buy. I will go to Target. I will go to Walmart. I will go anywhere else if I just want a physical copy of something. But 9 times out of 10, I am downloading it on my game console or on my computer. I do not need GameStop for anything, bro. Yeah, let's make that a trend, bro. Fuck GameStop. So many celebs have been riding Trump lately. It's ugly. So there you go. Let's go talk about this last thing, but I think we'll save it. We'll save it for tomorrow. Cause I'll be doing enough yapping. If any white people come to me talking about the yams back GameStop Cabrera, where you put it out. Last thing with the GameStop was midnight release of GTA 5. You know the funny thing, Megas? That was the same for me too. And that was back in 2013. You know, 2013, bro. Yes, that was the last time I went to. Actually, no, I take that back. That was the last time I went to a midnight release. The last one I went to GameStop physically was, I believe, 2014, 2015. Actually, no, it was a little later than that because I bought the physical copy of Yakuza Kiwami 2. That was, I think, 2017, 2018. And I only did that because it was there. And I was like, I want to play this now. And it wasn't available for download. It wasn't on the PC then. I remember that was the last time I went there, and I got that physical copy because I wanted to play it right then. That was the only reason why I went. Other than that, I have not been back. That one name Cole on the one way racing when you become when I was becoming the Yakuza convert. Speaking of Yakuza.